All right, what's up, aliens? AHEE here with another tutorial. Today we're going to be going over my new song, Brain Rot, and all the sound design and production techniques that went into it. So let's check it out. So first off, in the project, you can see that it's pretty organized. I've got it into a bunch of different groups. Some of the groups are being sent to a pre-master, but honestly, all of this doesn't really matter too much because it's all going to the master, and the master has nothing on it. If I was to play the drop right here,
customers, let us provide you a demonstration.
And it sounds great. It's a good, nice spectrum balance there. But let's get into some of this sound design. So the main basses here, here it is on the drop. I was sort of going for like another song, like my song Bug Eater. And so it's like saw bass, a saw wave bass. Sorry, no signs. And really, if we open up Serum, I think all it is yeah, a distorted saw wave with some noise. I don't know if, yeah, it provides a little bit of top end there, but really it's all in the post processing. So here, let's group all the post processing and get rid of it and see what it sounds like. Yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, so totally different. So what is going on here? I think the main sound is coming from this Echobode right here, which is like a phaser, which is creating like a similar effect that's causing the wah 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 wah. And so if I turn this off, yeah, that's the most of the sound right there. Super cool plugin. And also you can hear it's being distorted by the decapitator, and it's got 2 dispersers on it, and then also the auto chopper, which is creating the rhythmic things, because I think this is just no. Oh, it's just adding a little bit of shape to it. I can see I don't have the amount all the way up and down. And then, yeah, I think it was just, yeah, controlling the stereo field right there, distorting it, and then really shaping the tonality of it with the EQs. Oh yeah, it looks like I got the bass in mono below 120 hertz there. But yeah, I really like to just look at span here, and you can see that I've molded this thing so that way the average height of the highs equals about the average height of the lows, because this is like a really full sound, and it's got a bit of a dip here in the 100 to 200 hertz section, particularly around this 200 hertz-ish area. And I just sort of forced the sound to do that. Look, you can almost see it right there, shaping it again a little bit more. I'm just like trying to force the sound into that full kind of sound without the dispersers. Disperser is really interesting. I don't know if anyone's explained it to you this way, but it's almost like taking the entire spectrum and delaying the spectrum. So the low end happens first, and then the low end happens second. And so it's like sweeping through the frequencies instead of just playing them all at once. I think that's really what's interesting about that. Decapitator just sort of beefs it up a little bit here, but you can see here within the Echobode, if we were to play around with this, it looks like I've got it set to some sort of LFO amount, and that's cool. Let's see here if we were to change the wow. Let's see. Nope. But yeah, that's the main sound right there. And then I'm just like doing variations on it. You know, adding in like adding a filter there. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it's the AHEE's wash, fade, and echo, just doing the mid fade in there, and then just doing variations on it. What's different about this one? Is it something within here? Okay, so I used a different wavetable that sort of looks like a saw, almost looks like a square wave, actually, and then some different noise in the top end. And that's all that's different, really, I think. Yeah, look at that. I'm using even the same EQ things. I just went in and changed the initial shapes that were being distorted and mangled. And I think that's what's really interesting. Sound design technique that y'all should take away from this is whenever you make a cool new sound, just take the root parts of the sound, which is the oscillators or the noises, and change those, and you can get all sorts of cool variations. Now, I think one of the other really cool basses in this song is the second drop bass, which is this one. Alright, so what is this sound? Alright, again, filtered in there. Okay, so I think this is just the same sound. Yeah, it's just the same sound as the first one, but it's being layered with a vocoded section of yeah, here it is. I think this is just me saying brain rot. Yeah, it's just a vocoder if I took it off.
Brain rot, brain rot, brain rot, brain rot, brain rot.
Changes the key and just the tonality and everything. Let's see here. Got it on 24 bands. Made sure. No, I guess I didn't really move the bands that thing. But yeah, pretty simple. Just added it in external mode, so it's listening to that main bass. And then I've made it a little fatter. Added in some my rap vocalizer effects. And it's just the layer of them together that just, it creates like a full sound. Yeah, I love how that worked out. And then the drums here, let's check out some of these drums. Pretty super simple. A nice, I love doing like the fake out drops. So what's going on drum wise? Alright, so it looks like we got two layers. We got a clap and then a metal snare, which this snare, without it, it's almost a clap, but with the AHEE's metal tonality, adds that nice metallic layer to it. And you can see I went through a bunch of different snares and claps and whatnot, and eventually settled on these ones. And then some top drums. It looks like I've got a bit of a break in there. Just adds some realness to the vibe of the whole song. Okay, and let's see here. So how did I master everything? Oh yeah, it looks like the bass has, the whole bass group has like a LFO. And then I think I'm just automating this on and off for whenever I need it. Yeah, look at that. Automate it off during that section right there. So with this mastering, how did I get this to a good level? Well, basically I play it until it sounds good, man. And that's really the honest, like, hard truth of it, is that you just have to practice so much and compare to like other elements that sound, other songs that sound good, and then eventually you just get the ear for like what sounds good. And so I like to distort into the Ableton master, and then when it starts to feel too rough, I back off a little bit. And I think that's really the magic of like this clipping into the master technique. And if you don't have the ear, you're going to clip it more than maybe it should be clipped. Let's see here, what else? vocals. Oh yeah, with this song, I really wanted to make something just sort of tongue-in-cheek, like anti-corporate, like just making fun of the state of the world that we're in right now. So I got these little vocal lyrics here. You can see I'm doing some like little panning automation.
Hello, corporate overlords. We'd like to introduce you to the new and improved propaganda machine, guaranteed to produce brain rot in all of your customers. Let us provide you a demonstration.
Oh, I love that. All right, so what's going on with the vocals here? It's basically me just voice acting, and like I just wrote like a little script for myself, and then like I think I think I like shortened the timing down for each little phrase, so that way it like fit more rhythmically with the song and the timing of it all. I played around with it a lot, but here in the effects, you can see it's mostly just the rap vocalizer with a little bit of OTT on it, and
To introduce you to the new and improved propaganda machine.
and then this one, just the AHEE's Magic Vocal Creatures.
Propaganda machine.
Just get that really
Propaganda machine. Guaranteed.
full, wide sound. I think this got a bit of a Haas effect, it sounds like, to it. Super wide. But then like the reason why they work is because the background music is so simple. It's just like this repeating art. It's sort of like what I did this, it sort of reminded me of like a news station, like newscaster music, like that like went on like, hello, for tonight's TV we've got, and it's like the music in the background. And so at the beginning of the song, I actually have, yeah, like a corporate office. Just Foley in the background, or I was looking up corporate, and I was looking up corp, I guess, and I just found these little percussion things, and they ended up working out really well. Let's see here, what else? Oh, we got typing on a computer, a pencil sharpener. What else is going on here? Oh yeah, phone ring. What's this? I don't know what that is, but it sounded like a fax machine or something like that. And then some sweeps and whatnot. And so it's like to create this like corporate office atmosphere. Oh, like the computer turning on kind of sound effects. Is this? Sounds like those old like boot up computer sounds. And then again with just the simple background music, and then the lyrics up here. Buy, consume, profit of doom. And I was trying to play off the word profit, off of being both like prophecy and profit seeking, and it's sort of a double entendre I was playing around with. But it looks like I used some website to generate the voice from text. I love doing that. Let's see what else here. These little background shouts all throughout the track. That's nothing. What's this? Yeah, just trying to create variations of the same arpeggiation, so that way it's familiar but just constantly new throughout the song. Ooh, a hummingbird. Hi. They've been coming by often lately because my fiance planted a bunch of plants that attract hummingbirds right outside my studio, so that's exciting. All right. What else could be interesting in here? Oh yeah, I love adding stadium claps in the background. Creating my own risers. Yeah, having your own risers intermixed within like different samples, I think is really important. White noise is pretty basic, but like the way that you build in and out of your tracks, I don't know, I think there's some creative sound, like you can have uniqueness not just in your basses and drums and vocals, but also the effects. And I think that's something that a lot of people sort of overlook because, well, for white noise, it's mostly just white noise, but for the way that things rise and fall and the tonality and whatnot, I think there's a lot of room for that. Like Skrillex, I think, sort of has these like sine wave risers that he's been really getting into with a lot of his new music. Let's see here. What about the outro? Just a big sweep out, be able to go on to the next section. And that's why I think about like, how is this going to be played live? I try to like give space here at this breakdown or at this outro, so I can always like make an edit later on and put the outro at the end of drop 2. I think that's what I do for my live sets right now. So that way it's just easy to add into my live set. So I'm like thinking about that while I'm making the song as well. And then there's all these like little bass cuts and whatnot, which is sound design stuff that I've probably gone over before. These little things. What's going on here? What? Yeah, it looks like some FM synthesis, sine waves, though you can see they're all kind of wiggly and warbly, and very squished. Yeah, there's a lot of compression going on there. Let's see if we were to get rid of all that. Yeah, adds in a lot of character. Let's see what else. Yeah, just lots of variations. And then, oh yeah, here at the end on drop 3, I sort of go a bit harder. Brain rot. Oh yeah, there's the voice to text. I think this is in Vital. Brain rot. Yeah, that's super fun. I don't know if y'all have played around with that, but you can do, you can right click on one of these and do text to wavetable, and I did brain rot. And then you can then cycle through it. And so that's basically what I did here, is I just align this to brain rot. And you can brain rot. Oh yeah, and then I like to add in the vocode and mess with the vocode a little bit. It changes the sound a little bit. Brain rot. Brain rot. Brain rot. And then yeah, a little bit of distortion and compression there. And then a little variation there. And then what are these? Just some subs to add underneath it, and then brain rot. Oh yeah, so here's some more variations where I use that text to voice website, where I'm just like getting brain rot, different variations to add in there, and then the wubs are brain rot. Brain rot. Just to add in that sub layer with it. And then it looks like let's see here. Look at that, I'm boosting the heck out of that bass right there. Sometimes it calls for that though, you know. Let's see here, what's going on in this synth. Oh yeah, so it's just a saw wave and some noise. So again, another variation off of that same theme. But this time we've also added in a pitch bend here. And then it looks like we've also raised up the level of the noise. So at the end it adds that, which I think is pretty cool. And then that changes the sound quite a bit. So that's interesting. It's like almost playing around with the Echobode that was the phaser, and then instead of using the Echobode, I turned it off and started using the phaser with inside Serum. So it's like variations on sound design techniques, but changing the medium of them. The amp adds a lot of the sound to it. And then just lots of EQing to give it that shape, force it into the shape I want. So a nice strong bass that slowly comes up, but gives some space for the top end basses like this stuff. almost like a rhythmy kind of screechy bass thing, and really high end up there. Oh, what's this little? The hi-hat dancer, sorry, gives it a little bit of panning. But yeah, layers and a little that thing again. But yeah, that is Brain Rot. If you enjoyed this, please let me know down in the comments and give us a like and subscribe. And also don't forget about my preset pack, Signs of Life Volume 2, that is out on my brand new website that I will link below in the comments. I'm going to be putting all of my Ableton products and Serum products on that website from now on. So if you go to that, you'll see all of them. And yeah, I hope this is inspiring to y'all. And also I'll provide a link below of where y'all can check out the song. All right. Peace, aliens.